Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
New
As always,
song.
a little background music while people are coming in. But welcome to this week's episode of the live unboxing series, where we have our sponsor Shipcom, and we talk about post-purchase experience with brands every week who register for this session. Today, we wanted to dive into a couple little AI-related post-purchase, topics. So we'll talk a little bit about that. We'll unbox some packages, right? And everyone on the call, what we do for the folks who are new is we score. Hi, Katrina. So happy that you're here. I'm in a new place myself here, actually. I'll just, without going on a crazy aside, but I moved out of my house in Washington, D.C. So for everyone who's in Long Island, that's where I am today. So I know that we have some people that come every week. Clarence, Adam, if y'all are on the call, I'm in Long Island, so maybe we could get together. But yeah, and for anyone else, would love to hear where everyone is calling in from. One of the things that we always like to have happen is to get the chat going. Dave, thank you, San Diego. Um, yeah, and as I was mentioning, this webinar session is sponsored by Shipcom. What we're going to do is we're going to unbox brands who have registered for the webinar's package, and then we're going to score what the experience was like from checkout to obtaining and unboxing the product. And then we always ask the question, not only do we assign a score, decimals encouraged, but we also like to say, would you purchase from these folks again? So we have Organic Jaguar, Link Soul, and then a third little Al Cadet, little mystery situation. So without
Mystery situation. We're gonna
without
leave the crowd just hanging on, huh?
exactly.
Yeah.
Geez.
And
Love
we're
it.
joined with a special guest, Wyatt, this week, who has worked in the e-commerce space for a decade. And thank you so much for being here, Wyatt. And
Yeah.
thank you so much for hosting this, Brandon. I'm really looking forward to this week's session.
What do I got to do to get my little, headshot in one of these little circles here, I mean, what am I doing
You have to
wrong?
let us know like prior that more than 5 minutes that you're gonna bonsai our episode and just sabotage it. You have to give
All
us a
right.
heads up, and then we
All
can
right.
get you
Hi,
on.
Alexia. Thank you for coming. Thanks for being here.
Oh,
Yeah.
Alexia, my man from LinkedIn. Alexia owns some cool tech and stuff like that. Been following the unboxing series for a while, so he's a good man to know. Yeah, Wyatt, if you want, you can become a regular on here. No problem at
I'd,
all.
I'd
So
love that, I hope I can add some good color commentary
yes, I apologize, Alexia. Sorry. Yeah. But
um,
that's what
give,
LinkedIn does to you.
yeah. Um, yeah. Who wants to kick it off? Should I give an intro?
Yeah, give a 30-seconder and then everyone knows me. So I will pass it to Brandon.
Everyone knows Jack. My name is Wyatt. I've actually worked with Jack for years now across a multitude of different companies and different ventures. Good friend of mine, great sailor too. I don't know if you all know this, but he's Captain Jack. And oh, look, see, Steve doesn't know who you are, Jack. All right, we gotta get a quick intro for you. Anyway, my name is Wyatt. Like Jack said, I've worked on both the brand side. I've worked on the infrastructure side for Shopify stores. I have a bunch of friends in the e-commerce community. Obviously Brandon is one of them. Great guy. And Shipcom has been just a really cool. It's really been really cool to see their experience and watch them grow. But yeah, beyond that, I love hopping on these webinars, giving a little bit of feedback on some of these products, talking about the user experience. And it sounds like we're going to chat about AI today, which I'm also super passionate about, and have been building out a lot of cool AI agents and workflows. And so maybe I'll touch on some of that stuff as well.
Beautiful.
Love it, man. Awesome. And I'm gonna try to recover from my Alexia, intro and handling all that. But yeah, so basically Brandon Chipcom, nice to meet everybody who's not on here for the first time. Again, the main reason why we're here today is unbox some cool stuff. and score some scores and have some input into the unboxing experience and try to provide some insight. I work at Shipcom. We ship thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions of packages. So we've got a little bit of experience in kind of what goes out the door and gets to your doorstep. And so anything from box size savings to the unboxing experience, the repeat customer is what, we're looking to show some brands and give some insight to and try to provide some feedback and things like that. So we do it 1 from 10. Again, I will give you guys the date that I ordered it, the date that it shipped, the date that delivered,
Yep.
the type of carrier service, and then the product cost as well, and the shipping cost. And then we can kind of score it while we're unboxing it live and providing feedback and giving you guys kind of what we look for. So I run a 3PL with Shipcom. We have 2 warehouses, Indiana and California. And we pick, pack, and ship products for e-commerce brands, send them all over the world. So it's pretty cool. And you'll see some of the brands that we work with on one of these slides. So without further ado, let's get into, opening up the first package here.
I love this, there's no fluff. There's no like, hey, we're gonna sit here and do some long lecture and over with a screen share and all that. Let's get right into it. This is perfect.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're not pitching shit. We're here to just provide feedback and hopefully people have a fun time here. And I said an F-bomb last week, so if I offended anybody, I swear, but I usually don't say F-bombs, so I'm sorry about that. So Organic Jaguar, eco-conscious personal care household products. They do everything from skincare, hair care, laundry detergent, but they even have like clothing products. They've kind of evolved into some clothing as well. So super cool, 100%, trying to be good for the earth, organic material, and yeah, really cool product, which we'll see today. Personal product that you guys will see today. And date ordered was 8/17. So we ordered this on 8/17. They shipped it 8/19, so 2 days before it left the warehouse. And then it got delivered on 8/22. So the delivery days was actually pretty good. It was only 3. It went ground shipping. We paid $64 for this product, and the shipping cost was $6.74. So shipping speed was good, but it took 48 hours to get out of the warehouse. A little long.
Yeah. Okay.
Alrighty. So we'll start off right away. Very cool. It's in a kind of poly bag that's 100% compositable and biodegradable, so that can be reused, which is awesome. So it's sticking with their theme about who they are, what they're about, what they're trying to do, which is amazing. Distributed from Jacksonville, so this came from Florida, which tracks for the 3-day shipping, and it's branded. So it's got their name on it, which says organic, which is pretty cool. And it says, Organic Jaguar. It's a little blurred there, but you can see it. Good shipping label, not covering up any of the branding, which we love to see, making sure that it doesn't stick over anything. So they've packaged this very nicely. Whoever's doing this in the warehouse has some experience moving this product and making sure that it comes nice and presentable, to the owner. So any thoughts from you two?
Yeah, well, even to think about this post-purchase thing I was learning a lot about Wizmo. Where is my order inquiries, right? And I think that this is kind of one of those examples where it sits in the warehouse for 48 hours before it ships. It's shipped in a timely manner, but those first 48 hours, I'm sitting there kind of getting anxious, as if just to make sure that there wasn't some type of hiccup like post-purchase, so I'd rather know it's sent and wait than sit for 2 days with it not being sent and then be nervous about what the send time is going to be. But I love the branding so far.
Yeah, they did a great job with the packaging. Really, really cool stuff. So and then inside we've got some organic Jaguar reefs.
Yeah, I knew that that's what you'd be getting. When I was building out the deck for today's session, I was saying, like, I like to see if I can guess what product you order,
Yeah.
Um, and I went with the body wash, but I knew it was going to be the underwear. I should have went for
Yeah,
it.
you did. You went, yeah, way off brand there.
No, like
But
package.
we've had a lot of body wash. If I keep doing body wash and conditioner, I'm gonna like the amount of conditioner shampoo I have.
Does it
Crazy.
have a packing slip?
Yeah,
So
or anything
nothing.
else in there?
Yeah, so nothing inside, guys. So, I think we hit it off great with the branded packaging, the biodegradable, staying on brand with who they are, what they're all about, which I love is amazing. But there's nothing inside here, right? There's no marketing insert, the packing slip. There's not even a packing slip saying, "Hey, the product is in here." What it is that we purchased, which is kind of a bummer. And then yeah, just like the reboxing experience or the repurchase experience, which we talk about, is just QR codes. Trying to get me back into purchase again. What else can you do? There could have been some added stuff there. So.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it doesn't look like there's any actual branding on the package itself. It just says organic, and
No, it does. No, no. So it says Organic Jaguar. So the company's name is
oh,
Organic Jaguar. Yeah, it's
the
just kind of like
green.
not dark. Yeah, it
Okay.
kind of
All right.
sucks
Well,
with the
then
video.
I will say I do like the packaging, and like you can tell they're
Yeah,
going after a certain demographic that is, very much more geared towards, organic, higher end, nicer stuff like that. And they're staying on brand with that. So I'm happy there with the external portion of the packaging. Inside, I feel like they need to have some type of insert, some type of thank you for purchasing, come buy this product as well. Here's a little free sample, something like that.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Katrina always has amazing feedback. Thank you for kicking off the scores with the 6.5. Yeah, branded poly mailer, folded, clean, protective bag would have been nice. Yeah, agreed, right? Were these just sitting in the warehouse, like just by themselves loosely, So they probably are packing and packing on their own. It's probably their own warehouse, but like that is actually super interesting. Would have been nice to have those in like a poly bag inside or some sort of protective bagging, which would have definitely felt like, hey, there's these things are kind of taken care of.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the 6.2 because the 48 hours kills me. I'd rather like implement some type of post-purchase AI software like something like Narvar uses or has. And um, on top
So
of
does
that,
it give you updates? Does it give you like an update that says, "Hey, your order is being picked and packed right now," or your order is at some stage of the warehouse? Is that what it does?
yes, and the idea is that it's like trying to tackle the post-purchase anxieties, but from the standpoint of like being proactive in saying like, I'm gonna like integrate with the warehouse to the point where my customer is never gonna not know what the status of their package is, right?
Yeah, that's super cool because so like it would be interesting for brands to using it. For example, Labor Day is coming up this weekend, right? So
Mhm.
Monday's a holiday. The trucks are not coming. UPS is closed. Everybody's kind of not picking up. Our warehouse from a moving of product out of the warehouse on Monday is closed. Monday's the biggest shipping day because everyone buys stuff on the weekends, right? So Monday's always the biggest backlog. So if you bought something on Friday night, you're not going to see movement till Tuesday, which could create a lot of anxiety as a customer. So if you have these updates along the way that says, hey, the warehouse has now seen your order, they're now picking and packing your order, a label's been created instead of just the standard, hey, your order's picked and then, or your order's shipped, right? And so Tuesday, and it's going to even bleed into Wednesday for some warehouses because if they don't plan for labor properly, that can kind of leak out. So it's super interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your two scores? What do you guys chat also chat? Katrina, thank you, but would love to hear
Yeah,
what
chat it up, please. We
anyone's
need some scores.
score is.
Let us know where you're at.
Brandon, I'll let you go first. I have a quick tangent that I want to go on about ordering underwear. So I just did this and I had a really terrible experience. I think it's a worthwhile story.
Okay. Yeah, I will close it out at I like the branded packaging was great for me. I think that's huge and that's effort in there. I would go I'm a 6.8 just
Six.
because no marketing insert, no way to bring me back as a repeat customer. And then the briefs were, just loose in there. So
Yeah.
All right, we're at the 15-minute mark. Wyatt,
All right, I'll go fast. I'm
a
a
wrap.
7-1. You know, it showed up on time. I think that that's really what matters here. The branded packaging's nice. Once again, like they want to have minimal packaging here for a product like this, right? Organic, all natural. It's what they're going after. I think that's great. We got a 7 and a 5.5 in here as well.
I kind of was with where Alexia is at too. Um, went 6.2, but I was kind of on the low end. You need to have a QR code that can just give you an additional 20% off and have another purchase.
Yeah, I agree. So, real quick, I just ordered well, a few months ago I ordered boxer briefs from All Citizens, and this is right before I moved. I live in Mexico, right? And this is right as I was moving, and they're scheduled to arrive on Tuesday and I'm leaving on a Thursday, right? And I see, orders fulfilled, and it said they ordered fulfilled 1 out of 2 items from my order, even though I just ordered one thing, which made it really, really confusing. But what made me really nervous is that they shipped with DHL, right? It's what the acronym is definitely here late. And it
Yeah.
literally arrived 1 hour after I left for my flight, right? And so I had a friend who just came in to visit me, and so he managed to pick up the package and bring it out here and drop it off. But it took an extra 2 months, and for me, it's not worth it. Like if the like I love their products, like the products are like the best boxer briefs out there by far. I think they're amazing. But if I know that it's going to be late and that the shipping's going to be confusing, and if it's going to be with DHL, I'm done. I'm out. I'm not ordering it again.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. It's amazing. I saw a post the other day that if your shipment's late, just any even close to a day late when you're expected to get it, you lose 22% of your customer base. So
Wow.
like, yeah, it's a big deal. It's Amazon created this for us and it frustrates us all, right? Unfortunately. And it is what it is. So part of what we do here at Shipcom, and just a quick slide, some have seen this, some haven't, is just overall cost savings for brands. And what we look at is the totality of a brand, but one of the main things is the pricing and the packaging. I'm sorry, on the freight alone. Freight savings can be huge, and it's the biggest cog when you're running an e-commerce business, as most of you know. So one thing that we do is we analyze your freight, and you can get free freight analysis from us. We can look at where your packages are going, what box sizes you're using, what's the best carrier to use, what's the best way to zone skip, and things like that. This is an example of just one that we've done. We've got hundreds of these examples, but I keep this one up here because we're lazy and we don't want to change the slide because it's just easier. But this is specifically a brand who is spending almost $700,000 on freight. And when they move their account over to us, we're spending about 477, almost $250,000 in freight alone. So, that's itself can be something that, in we can provide those savings to brands and kind of help them out. Alexia, how does Shipcom notify brands customers that order is being picked? So our dashboard will notify our customer. So meaning the e-commerce brand. So you can go in and see where any process you are in the picking packs process because of our WMS. And then there has to be some integration into that Shopify store for the end customer. That part I don't know and how to handle that or what that looks like, but I'm sure there's some integration. But you can actually see where your order's at with us at Shipcom. Like it's being picked right now and like what level, like it actually has a percentage to show you at what stage it's at before it actually gets shipped.
Brandon,
Yeah.
out of curiosity, with this type of audit or something like this, do you do all this for free for brands?
Yeah, 100% for free. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this is I just need some shipping data and absolutely, we can optimize and see where your heat map is and, what type of carrier you should use. I mean, it's so interesting once you open up two warehouses, you can cover 2 days almost 98% of the country by just doing regular ground service, and so you save a ton on using two warehouses, but also keep that service level up with brands. But yeah, totally free.
So you're
Yeah.
telling me anyone
I'm-
on this call could send you an email, send you some shipping data, and you could see if you could save them 200 grand.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Or whatever the percentage of revenue that is for them, right? It's orders of magnitude. You might have $100,000 in freight. You might be
Yeah,
50,000. Whatever
yeah,
it is, it's still savings.
a percentage savings.
Yeah.
This would have made my life a lot easier when I was at Remy, I will say. So thank you.
Yeah.
All right. We can keep going. I feel like I'm slowing you all down.
Oh, you
No, it's all good because, Jack kind of led to it. The third brand we have, the product didn't show up today, so I hate to give everybody kind of a bummer, but we just have the two, so we're gonna be right on time. But
thanks,
they'll be next
Katrina.
week.
How nice was
Huh?
that? Brandon, you gotta
Yeah.
take a screenshot and frame that put that in your office.
Thank you, Katrina. Yeah,
That's
we
one.
did have a good chat, 100%. I am gonna put that up. So Link Soul, second brand, pretty popular brand in the golf space. They've grown really well over the last I don't know how long they've been around, but I think they've starting to creep up into, a very competitive space for all kinds of clothing. They do shoes now as well. Really good brand. And they I've followed them, bought some stuff from them, and they're more of I'd put them on not an emerging brand, but kind of a well-known brand out there from that side of it. This is old. We bought this. They should have been on a couple weeks ago at 7/31. So is when we purchased this. It shipped 2 days later, 8/1. Which is interesting when we start to open this up. We'll tell you guys why in a second. And then it delivered 8/5. So relatively pretty good. I mean, that tracks for me. It was ground service. It was all good.
Yep.
I paid $39.50 for the product, and I paid $9 in shipping, which is a little expensive when we look at what I got and also the bag that it came in and also where it came from, in my opinion. This will be kind of 2.0 of a similar situation we've already seen kind of in this world of this. So what we're going to look into here is
Wow, you
just
know how to get me excited, man. Okay.
yeah. Well, it's Amazon shipping. So like I bought it from their website. So like I'm expecting,
You're
you
kidding.
know,
This happened again.
yeah. So they bought it, shipped it from Amazon, probably one of Amazon's AWDs, and there's little hubs or whatever. But like, if it took 2 days to get it out of the warehouse. I paid $10 in shipping, which Amazon you're typically not paying for shipping. So that was kind of a bummer. And it's just blah. It just whatever, And this is Link Soul. So for me, I was super disappointed. I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy some nice product here. It's gonna be pretty cool. It's a shirt and a polymer. $10 for this to ship this is insane. This is like
Yeah.
$4. And so super frustrated with that from the cost perspective. And then it took a couple days to get out. My guess is it came from some 3PL who did an FBM order. So Link Soul's shipping their stuff at a 3PL and they're printing Amazon labels, which is totally fine. But I would bet the brand got dinged for their Amazon account because this didn't go out in 24 hours. Amazon has some very strict rules when you're shipping FBM or you're shipping on their account and you're shipping for them, you got to move this thing out. So it's interesting to me. So anyways, I'm bummed.
Yeah, that is a bummer.
Yeah. So we're not going to get too much in here because Amazon also doesn't like when you put in like inserts and stuff, although who knows, some brand sometimes you do it anyways. But yeah, empty bag,
Well, a bag within a bag isn't horrible. I
bag
like
within a bag.
within a bag.
Yeah, at least it's protected this time, which is cool. And it's got the, barcode on it for picking the right color and the right product, which is good. So we know this is solid. We'll open this up and we just got a little golf shirt that hopefully my little man grows into soon. And that's where we're living. So sorry to disappoint, on the crazy unboxings today, everybody, but just an Amazon special that sometimes you don't know what you get and what you do and all these things, and for me, I don't know, I'm just kind of bummed. I don't think
$9 is criminal for that, to be honest.
yeah, also that it was kind of BS. And I
Yeah.
don't know if I'd buy from them again, candidly. Like,
Yeah,
I'd
I'm
rather
like
just go
kind of
somewhere
down
else,
there.
like
I'm like down there.
McCade and like these other golf stores that I know is going to be, $40 kids t-shirt. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like kind of down where Andrew is, to be
I
honest.
love the 2.8, Alexia. I love that. The 5,
It might be the lowest score we've ever given on one of these episodes.
4. But exploding shampoo bottle, I think, has been the lowest. Although, no, because the product was good. There was something else that we did, but
Yeah, I'm gonna be, well, yeah, I want to get into Katrina's headspace here because it's like shipping was okay. Ordered 731, got to your house on the 5th. $9, it's like in pot, like you can't justify that in my head. And then the Amazon thing is just kind of crazy to me. So I'm gonna be at a 3.2.
Yeah,
Three
you know
point.
what's a really good point from Katrina? It's like I should have just gone, if you're gonna sell this shit on Amazon, I'm just gonna go there and buy it. If this is how you're gonna treat me as a customer, I'm just gonna go to Amazon next time, and then they're gonna take more margin out of your pocket brand because it's Amazon. So like this experience is a thing because I'd rather not pay for shipping and just get it here when it gets here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because like
no,
that's
yeah, and I'm also kind of loving like I don't know, I love this episode that we're doing because it's like we've had some very competitives, like everyone was above a 7.5, and we rarely do these where we have like a competitive in the wrong direction where everyone is, below a 5, right?
yeah.
But
Alexia, how come what's with the wow? I'm, are we being
because
too
it's
aggressive?
because I went so low.
Oh, because you're so low. The two, oh yeah, Alexia, yeah, we've
Yeah,
had some low
I went
ones.
at
Yeah, yeah,
3.2.
that's legit. Yeah. That's fair. It's true.
Anyway,
Wyatt, where you at?
yeah, Wyatt, where are
I'm
you?
at 3.1. I'm at 3.1. It's just,
You got him over the three.
Way
Yeah,
one
but
under me. Wow.
yeah.
yeah. What were you, Jack?
3.2. I ended up 3.2.
All right, I'm with you. I'm a 3-2.
Okay, me, you, and Katrina all on the same page,
I'm
like
locking in.
clockwork.
Yeah, yeah. I love it. I love it. All right, so we are coming close up to the end here. This is some of the stuff, if you guys want to chat, again, I'm not doing any sales pitch by any means, but these are the things why we work with brands or why customers work with us. It's trying to help brands scale and grow,
Show
you
us.
know, full omni-channel fulfillment, allowing them to step into any store, any retail store, D2C, Nordstrom's, Target, Amazon, FBM, help them save money and optimizing costs, right? So what we just looked at is a freight analysis. We can also look at packaging. We can look at your order distribution. We can look at, are you packing things right? Like, what's the best way to overall try to save you money? Because at the end of the day, I know all the brands that I work with, and most everybody on this call is like really good at selling their stuff and building something, right? And so if we could put more money in your pocket, you're going to go sell more and everybody's going to be happy. And at the end of the day, boost customer satisfaction, which is why we're all here today. Would you buy again from the brand? And sometimes you don't have control of that when you give it to a 3PL.
Yeah.
And this is exactly why we do this, because we want to see what 3PLs and other warehouses are doing to affect the brand's experience and the customer's experience. Linksoul might have a 3PL, and I'm not going to buy from them again because I had that experience. That's just a real thing. And maybe not, it's being a little dramatic, but it's true though. We see it all the time. And there's things that a brand can't control when they're at another warehouse. And so we put measures in place and can chat about it on a call on how do we guarantee that really good customer experience of shipping it out on time, making sure it's accurate. So these are some of the customers we work with. I'm sure a few of them you've heard about.
Show
If
us,
not,
Brandon. We want
You're
to
show
not
you what?
we want to see the screen.
not sharing your
What?
screen.
Oh my gosh.
But it was actually really nice to watch you say all that, to be
Just
honest.
talk a bunch of
It really
stuff, dude.
was nice. I kind of liked it.
Yeah,
Yep.
I thought you did a
Yeah.
great job. Also, I feel bad because I
Jeez.
know there's a lot of people who want to chat about AI, and we only have 2 minutes, and so maybe we'll have to do a longer webinar on that, or come back next week and we can dive into it.
Yeah, 100%. Sorry for not sharing my screen. I'll just
No, it's
exit
good.
stage left
So
now.
like, what's going to be the score here? We have 2 minutes left, and I'd love to hear how you propose this. Like,
Well, we're not going to score L because I'm looking forward to opening this, and I think it's going to be a beautiful package. And I've chatted with her. We just didn't get it in time, and that's probably
okay,
on me. I would say that's probably my fault, more from an ordering perspective. So it's going to be on next week. So everybody tune in, and it'll be a fun, cool product. We have El Cadeau coming next week, and we've got who else is hopping on? New Origins, NUM Origins, and then we've got Doma Coffee coming on next week.
yeah, Doma Coffee, yeah,
Yeah,
that's very
so should be
yeah.
cool. Yep. So it'll be good stuff. We'll get to everybody on. What else we got?
Um,
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
this
no, I
is
think
true, Elise. Yeah, we're only doing we cut these down to a half hour. Yeah, that's true, Elise. There's a very good point. We didn't get onto all the stuff that we wanted to get into. We chit-chatted a little bit too much. Apologies for that.
That's on me, y'all. I'm sorry. I was gonna chat with y'all about building out some cool AI agents for tracking orders and stuff like that. But if you come back next week, we'll definitely go through it.
Yeah, just AI automation around box sizes and how to pick up box sizes within the warehouse management system tool that we use, and also AI automation around which zone to use, where to ship it from, how to ship it from, a certain location. Is it going to pick Chicago because it's in Indiana? Is it going to like different types of tools and stuff like that? We talk a little bit about AI returns as well. So sorry we didn't touch on too much of that. We touched a little bit in the beginning, but not the whole thing. So.
Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
Well, always exciting stuff to look forward to in the future, and another good unboxing episode. Power of positivity, everything's always good. So,
yeah.
so really quickly, I will go through today's winners, although they weren't. It was again. Everyone in the chat kind of knows this was not the highest scoring episode, but Organic Jaguar, you won it. But you went up against Link Soul at a 3.2, Organic Jaguar a 6.8 from Brandon. So the winning score almost doubled from the previous, which is fantastic. And thank you everyone for coming. Thank you for hopping in. Yes, Wyatt. You can email him too if you want to learn some more about it. But yeah, thank you, Katrina. And yeah, anyone that wants to dive in more, send Brandon an email, send Wyatt an email, and we can chit chat.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy to chat about some AI stuff as well. All right. Take care, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
See ya.